Good morning, everybody.
Hold on, just move over. Hold on.
Oh, I thought you still had us muted. It's a very real possibility. It's 11:30 in the
morning.
morning.
We're gonna start. We're gonna be this person today, aren't we?
It is 11:30 in the morning, so we can still say good morning, everyone, as we get you ready for this afternoon's game. Gotta love.
Move over that way a little bit. Hold on. Thank you.
An afternoon game.
That good.
Should have worked this out beforehand. As the Winnipeg Jets get ready to close out this 3-game road trip, and they are in San Jose this afternoon. It is a very busy month for the Winnipeg Jets coming up in the month of March.
Do you want to do it?
Oh, sure. Let's just get right into it.
Throw it up. Throw it up. Thank you. Thank you, Zach. Look at that. Look how busy we are.
Look at how busy we are. This is how they kick off the month with this final game of this 3-game road trip. And then there are many opportunities for you to be able to come down to Canada Life Center. The Winnipeg Jets then have an 8-game homestand. So I hope you all are ready, because we're all going to be together pretty much every other day.
Yeah, lock out your Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. We're back in our studio. Thank goodness.
I thought our first studio, the first game of the road trip, was the best.
Yeah, you like that one.
It was.
Wayne's World? Taking it back, old school. Maybe 2026, but we'd like to make it seem like 1992.
We were just trying to make it feel like corporate was trying to make us feel better about this studio, because you're like, oh yeah, you could be in this instead of this. So there you go.
Okay, so before we take a quick look back at the way the last game went. So today against San Jose, closing out this road trip afternoon, we know that the Jets historically perform well in the afternoon. What is it that you're looking forward to about this game?
Well, that's another look at Macklin Celibrini, first off, which is the Olympic hero for Canada. Obviously an incredible season for him so far. How is Winnipeg going to contain him today? Not with last change, of course. And then just how they bounce back from not so much like that was such a great hockey game, just ended up the wrong way, but just how they tightened things up defensively, because there was some, of course, breakdowns, which allowed Anaheim to tie the game up and eventually win it. But I think it's going to be a great hockey game. Love the afternoon games, but just curious to see the tinkering that the Jets are going to do defensively for this game today.
Yeah, we'll talk to Kevin Sawyer about that. This is another TSN game, and then Drew Remenda is going to join us. We always love when Drew
comes on.
So it'll be great. You mentioned, coming off of the overtime loss in Anaheim, great game. Didn't turn out the way they wanted. The Jets have grabbed 3 out of 4 points on this road trip so far. But disappointing, obviously, to not be able to go 4 for 4 or get 4 out of the 4 points, as Scott O'Neill said. Afterwards.
Yeah, well, I think the big problem in there, what they're kind of mad at themselves about, is you have a 2-0 and 3-1 lead. You have 3-1 lead in the third period, and saw that go away. You love the fact they fought back and tied it. Like Cole Perfetti has been fantastic on this road trip so far too, and would have passed to Kyle Connor in order to tie the game up. But the fact that you have that third period lead, a 2-goal third period lead, regardless of the opponent, you want to be able to lock that down. And Alex Iafallo said that yesterday following practices in Anaheim before they departed for San Jose.
Okay, so last game, a lot of people commenting on duck soup. Today, there's a lot of shark soup comments already. Maybe it was like a little bowl of duck soup.
Yeah.
A cup of duck soup, maybe a large serving of shark soup today.
Right, main course.
Would be great. We also, though, love to see so many of you in the chat ready. And someone commented, how about a first goal? A first NHL goal that we saw in that game against Anaheim. Let's give Salo his due.
Yeah, let's see what happens. Oh, you know what? I apologize. I forgot to load that in. Okay. You know what? Let's hear about it. We talk about it, though.
Yeah, we had a great shift in ozone there, winning back the puck there. And so, loud Scott in the middle there and was jumping in and stepped right into it. And, happy to see that one go in, so it's pretty special.
Yeah, obviously he's he's feeling very confident out there. He's, like I said this morning, he shoots a puck a lot. He had a chance earlier. He came down the left side in the first period. He had a real good look and just did a good job of getting down and jumping and making that play. So it was a big goal at the time, and the kid plays with a lot of confidence with and without the puck, and that's great to see.
It is great to see. Now, just explain to everybody. We all forget things sometimes. I'm incredibly forgetful. So
no, you're not.
But I am.
Stop it. You're trying to overcompensate for my ineptitude.
Why did you probably forget this?
No, there's no excuse. No, it's not like, see, it is. You're right. Yeah, like it is. It is hard to find good help. Sarah's been trying to find good help for like 2.5 years now. It's just not happening. So Sarah sent me, because she's so good at her job and so like to the point, She sent me the video to download to put in the show, and
He's busy cleaning.
I forgot. Oh, yeah, my wife's out of town, so I was cleaning the house like.
Because if you were married, you can probably appreciate that if your spouse is gone
and she specifically said to me, "Is the house clean?" So that set off a whole panic mode while my kids were sleeping.
So
not
I mean, there's probably many people watching right now that can appreciate and understand how something like that can happen. It was great to be able to see that goal, though. We love seeing NHL debuts. We love seeing NHL first goals. As well. Unfortunately, the Jets did not make it out of that game unscathed, though. Scott O'Neill updating yesterday at practice saying that now Vlad Namestnikov is sidelined week to week. We saw Mark Scheifele get banged up in that game. He is expected to play today.
We got to keep an eye on the warm-up, of course.
So his status a little bit up in the air. So we are looking. Hayden Fleury, we are anticipating making his return to the lineup, but then So with no Vlad Namestnikov, that opens the door for Walker Duehr to make his Jets debut. Yeah,
he's had a great season with the Manitoba Moose, the American Hockey League. Of course, he was at one point part of the San Jose Sharks organization. So his Jets debut comes against his former NHL team, the San Jose Sharks. So that'll kind of play into that. So somebody very excited about that. Here's the comments about Walker Duehr making his possible, like he will make his Jets debut today.
How would you describe your season, Walker? Looks, by the numbers, looks pretty solid, but what have you seen in coming to the organization?
Yeah, I think it's been a pretty seamless transition. The organization's been great to me, and my time with the Moose has been amazing. Coaching staff and the guys down there do a great job, and we got a close group down there. So I think we've been playing pretty well as a team down there, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, he's a big body guy. Saw him in training camp, obviously, and watched him at the Moose a few times. He's a big guy that heavy, can really skate. Has having a real good year down with the Moose down in Manitoba there with the especially shorthanded. He's done a real good job on the kill. I think he's leading or near the top of the league in shorthanded goals. But just the fact that big body right-handed shot, like I said, we really didn't have the opportunity yet to get a look at him, and I think he's earned it. That's why he's been up here, been able to practice with us all last week was real helpful for him. So we'll throw him in there tomorrow and let him go out and do what he does best.
So today. That was yesterday before, right after practice in Anaheim. So let's take a look at the projected lines. So we'll see what this is going to look like. Kyle Connor's been fantastic since his return. That top line remains intact. Really, and I said this last game, love the Lowry, Iafallo, Perfetti line. They've been fantastic so far this year. And of course, there is Walker Duehr on the right side of the third line with Jonathan Toews and Gustav Nyquist. Nyquist, of course, coming off his 900th NHL game. Fourth line remains the same. And of course, as Sarah mentioned a little bit earlier, Hayden Fleury coming in, he'll be on the left side of Luke Schenn. So nice to see Hayden Fleury return to the lineup.
Yeah, he last played early in January and just for a couple minutes before he was injured. So great to see him back. For those that aren't familiar with Walker, 28 years old, undrafted. He's from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Big body, as Scott O'Neill mentioned. He's listed at 6'2", 210. Was with the Flames organization for 4 seasons. He has actually played 8 games against San Jose before and has 2 goals against them. So wouldn't it be great to be able to see him get it in his first game as a Winnipeg Jet? But he's usually throughout his career, he's averaged about 9 minutes of ice time, and we'll see how Scott O'Neill uses him today.
Yeah, well, they just played on Friday. So, of course, it's Friday, right?
Yeah.
They played, sorry.
Yep.
Days are passing me by here. So you have a fresh body coming, which is always nice. Although they just came off a long Olympic break, everybody should be fresh at this point. But again, keep an eye on the warm-up coming up a little bit later today as to what Mark Scheifele is going to be doing. It'll be interesting to see how that works out if he's not able to play.
Well, they'll have to go 11-7, won't they?
That's my guess.
Yes. Yeah. If for some reason Scheifele wasn't able to go. Yep.
Okay. Well, Kevin Sawyer is refreshed.
Yep.
He's bragging about his holidays in Mexico. Phoned him. Didn't get back to me, and he phones me. Oh, I'm in Mexico.
Wow.
So
You're just missing him?
I am actually. There's some FOMO going on here because I'm 30. I talked about this the other day. He's not mad at all about the weather.
Let's bring him on.
Kevin, sorry, before I go on a rant here.
Kev, did you officially, when you stopped playing, file your retirement papers? Or if Shifes can't go today, instead of going 11-7, is it the opportunity for you to make grand return to NHL action?
That is a great question. So to answer the retirement, I they wouldn't even let me sign the retirement papers because they just kicked me out. And I got a whole different set of papers. So like, there's no chance I'm coming back ever. I don't know this, but I can tell you just based on, just went to grab my coffee here at the Valencia Hotel here. Jamie, I know it's your favorite. Just saw a show.
Yeah, thank you. Let's look at that room. It's one of my favorite rooms.
I even made my bed for you because I know how much you love those throw pillows on the bed.
I tried to steal one time, but they caught me. So carry on.
He looks good. I mean, he was upbeat and chatty. So I mean, let's hope that's a good sign for him to play.
Absolutely.
Okay, Walker Duehr. Always love the season he's having so far with the Manitoba Moose. Again, you heard Scott O'Neill talk about the size, the speed that he brings. What are you hoping for from him in his Winnipeg Jet debut today?
Just that. I mean, he's a guy that's, you would use the term serviceable in the NHL. There's guys that excel at the American Hockey League level and then sometimes struggle to define themselves at the NHL. He's not a special teams guy. He hasn't been yet. Not a power play guy. Hasn't spent a whole lot of time in the penalty kill. I think that could be in his future if he can find some traction in the NHL. But good skater, good size, and for me, what I would hope to see from him is energy and forecheck, and just like any guy that's trying to establish himself is to earn some trust defensively. I mean, if you think about the things that I think the Winnipeg Jets need now at this time of the year, I mean, it's so tight and the margins for error are so small. I was talking to Mark Scheifele about this with that behind the back pass he made the other day. He talked about the lanes I'll get in the screen here. He talked about the lanes in November being huge and now they're tiny. And so what that means is there's less chances to score. And that means that you're spending more time checking, more time kind of playing the game the right way and looking and trying to create chances to score. They're fewer and far between. You'd never know it by the game that they just played in Anaheim the other day, though. That was a wild one. But looking for a guy that can add some energy and be trustworthy defensively.
What would you like to see from this Jets team today or this afternoon, Kev, against the Sharks group?
The game plan, Sarah, going into the game against Anaheim was executed perfectly. When we talked to Scott O'Neill and he talked about the things that mattered to him the most, it was about kind of containing a really fast, dangerous offensive team and a transitional team in Anaheim by what they did in the offensive zone and some things in the neutral zone so that you don't have to spend time defending a team that's hard to defend. The first half of the game, I'll go even 35 minutes-ish, the Jets were excellent. They were bang perfect in a lot of ways when it came to their game plan. Like any other game, though, the heat's going to get turned up. And other teams, when they're down a couple of goals, they play a little bit more free, particularly young teams. San Jose's a young team. So if, in fact, the Jets can find a way to get the lead in this game, they can expect the exact same thing. They're going to open up the floodgates. They're going to get going. So what I want to see is, first of all, start the way they did against Anaheim. It was excellent. That was a well-played first two periods, minus a couple of things. That Trouba goal late hurt. But then to be able to adjust your game somewhat to handle the heat. Give a lot of credit to Anaheim, but I thought that the Jets let way too many shots to the net from range, and then the chaos in front of the net caused them. So I think that the good thing about this matchup, Sarah, is it's going to be very similar in my mind to what we saw in Anaheim when it comes to young stud players that are going to have some freedom to create. And if you want to defend them, you can't try to defend their speed. You have to try to take their speed away before the speed. If this team gets to speed, then you're in trouble. That's what I see. So the first two periods of Anaheim, I'd like to see them start that way.
Okay, so you have a two goal leads, and I'm just going back to the game against the Ducks on Friday, Kevin. It didn't seem like Scott O'Neill was that upset with the loss. It's just because was it just something the Ducks just kept coming, and it was eventually that was going to happen. I just didn't see a lot of, ordinarily Scott O'Neill's going to be upset about blowing a 2-goal lead in the third period, but it just didn't seem like he was in that bad of a mood after the game.
Yeah, I saw the exact same thing, and I thought the exact same thing. I think, and I gave this some thought, to be honest with you, James. It's a good question because Arnie is an emotional guy, and he wants to push different buttons, and he has throughout the course of a very tumultuous year. Let's be honest. It's the time of the year now, and I said this on our broadcast, where before the Anaheim game, we have 25 games, so you have 5 segments of 5. For the Jets to get to 94 points, which doesn't guarantee you into the playoffs, but you're probably in, you got to win 4 or 5. That's 800 hockey. Well, you have to, if you're going to accomplish something, and it's a long shot, but it's not impossible. To accomplish that, you've got to have guys feeling their best every day. You're playing more than every other day, mathematically, to the end of the season. I think Scott Arniel knows that he has to flush quicker. I think he has to keep these guys at beat. If they have a chance to do something really special, they've got to be feeling good about themselves. So the time of the year to really pile it on and to kind of hold guys accountable. Not that he's not going to do that. I just think you have to do it a little bit more lightly to try to get the very, very best out of this group.
Sorry, distracted. My wife was phoning. I apologize for the interruption.
They said hi.
I will afterwards. I have it on Do Not Disturb. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. This has just been a great day for me so far.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear a word you said.
Yeah. So, okay. Macklin Celibrini. I do not want to compare him to Mario Lemieux, but do you remember in 80s?
But he will. But he will.
Okay, but I'm just kind of using this thing here. 87 Canada Cup, Mario Lemieux is coming up, and no one, like, people know how great he is, but he plays with Wayne Gretzky, and then that kind of sets him off. Is playing with Connor McDavid at the Olympics equal to what Mario Lemieux experienced with Wayne Gretzky at the Canada Cup in 87?
100%. I mean, okay, what's scary about this kid is, and I remember last year watching him play for the first game, first overall pick. Okay, we know he's going to be good, and he was. But what stood out for me now that the whole world sees it is this kid is unbelievably competitive. He's thick for a 19-year-old kid. He's going to get even thicker. And I hate to bring up the Crosby because it just seems like too easy to do. Everybody's doing that. But, we all know how thick and robust Sidney Crosby is. You have to have that if you're a smaller body, if you want to control games. Celibrini has that. But on top of that, the common thread between all great players, and to me, great people, and when I say great, I mean achieving. I apologize for that.
Is that you, buddy?
That was Sarah.
You?
How do I get you back? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. I can see you. Keep going.
I feel better that it was you. I thought, if this is Jamie again.
I have to tell you quickly, it was Sarah's birthday yesterday. Sarah at home. She's a leap year, so it's technically today too. So I feel bad hanging on her.
Okay. Happy birthday, Sarah.
Yeah, have you talked to her already?
Oh, well, we talked a lot last night. Yeah, she did a cold plunge in the lake back in BC, so she was celebrating. Celebrate. Speaking of celebrating, the mental kid had, his dad, work, every you still have me?
Yeah, still do.
Good.
Don't go on again.
I think every high achieving person has that mental edge that separates them. The skills are elite. There's no doubt. It separates Celibrini from every other 19-year-old on the planet. But this kid gets it mentally. I mean, he's got the desire, he's got the consistency, the discipline, and he has the ability to stay calm in pressure situations. I mean, this is going to be fun to watch. I mean, him being around McDavid, McCarr, McKinnon, man, I mean, he's 19 years old. He's driving. He's got the attention of planet Earth when it comes to hockey. So yeah, unbelievable.
All right. Before we let you go, I can't remember if we've asked you this before when you've been on with this. Have we done the soup question with you before?
I don't think you have.
Okay.
No.
So we have a real thing going, and I don't for the life of me remember how it started, but we love talking about
Paul
soup.
Edmonds.
We love soup.
Yeah.
Okay. It's probably Polly. We love soup. So we always like to ask our guests what type of soup, based on the day that it is, maybe the temperatures, that, how you're feeling, what you're anticipating with the matchup. What type of soup, if you enjoyed soup, would you be having today?
Oh, wow. I love this kind of question. Well, right when you went to soup, I thought of my mom. My mom was born and raised in Italy. She makes dishes that she doesn't even know what they are, and she tries to teach us, but she doesn't know how because she just does it. It's like Wayne Gretzky playing hockey. I don't know what I did. I just did it. So I think my mom, but she makes, it's kind of like an Italian wedding soup, but it's not Italian wedding soup. It's like Elias Sawyer soup. And every time I have it, it reminds me of being a kid coming in for a quick bowl of soup and then going out to play again and just being happy. So I got to say my mom's Italian wedding soup. That's what I would say.
All right. That's a great choice.
You need to feel good. You need to be upbeat, positive, and have a ton of energy. This game is going to require all that. So there you go. There's my best answer.
We love it, Kev.
Great job as always, buddy. Nice recovery on the multiple interruptions, the technical glitches, our calls from our better halves.
Let's get Sarah and Des back into the show next time we do this. Let's just we guarantee there's no interruptions.
Tell them, when I tell them 2 hours, I'm doing showtime 11:30. That is completely forgotten. So,
And just so that you know, when you were talking to your Sarah, that there are some of the viewers who now have wished her a happy birthday.
Yeah, she's in.
So, yep.
She's in with the
We
group.
got to bring her in one day.
Yeah.
Okay, she would love nothing more. She's coming to town at the end of this month, so that maybe we'll get her on.
I was going to say during the 800 game homestand, I thought you maybe could fit her in somewhere on that.
I'm going
See
to
if
dive
I-
out this window to try to get on our bus in time so we can go talk to Scott.
Run. Run.
Bye, Kev.
See you, Kev.
Have a great broadcast.
Just going to remind Drew Remenda.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's great to see so many of you in the chat. Hello, Adam. There's
Hi,
a whole
Adam.
bunch of you that are have said hello and are watching from all over the place, which we appreciate. Yes, we always appreciate when people point out that the technical gremlins have struck again.
Oh, yeah.
And it's classic Jamie fashion. Phones ringing.
So it's like sometimes she misses me and likes to.
You know what? It's true. She's been gone. Is she waiting for a pickup at the airport right now?
No, well, she.
Are you sure?
No, she. Wait a second. Hold on a second.
Okay, well, while we do that, why don't we quickly take a quick look again back at the projected lineup for today as we wait for Drew Remenda to join us as well, talk a little bit more about the Sharks and the lineup. As you see some of the changes that we're anticipating with this being a 3:00 Central start. The pregame show for TSN starts at 2:30. So we will have to wait and see what happens on warm-up, but we do anticipate there being some changes, including Hayden Fleury coming in and playing his first game since early January when he was injured. Walker Duehr making his Winnipeg Jets debut because Vlad Namestnikov, it was announced, was sidelined week to week. Also, an injury update yesterday
Right.
from Scott Arniel regarding
Nino
Niederreiter has undergone surgery, so he is out week to week still. So no real information given beyond that he had undergone a procedure for it. And Josh Morrissey
is skating. We're skating.
skated apparently here in Winnipeg.
Supposed to
So
skate again today.
we haven't seen him yet, though. We're here at the rink. We haven't seen him.
No, he's supposed to skate today, and then of course there's no update if he's going to join them tomorrow for practice. So we'll have to
Yes.
see how that goes.
Because the Winnipeg Jets will be practicing tomorrow afternoon when they get back. Are you okay?
Yeah, just
You
laughing
sure?
because somebody told me I left my wife at the airport, so she's waiting patiently. I tried to time this perfectly. for
Yeah.
this show.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
As you know, me and time just don't work together.
Well,
ever.
sometimes not.
Yeah.
It's okay though.
Yeah.
You need to have. Yeah, I'll just leave it. I'll leave it alone.
Yeah.
Jets 5-1 in their last in their 6 afternoon games so far. San Jose averaging over 3 goals a game, but giving up the third most.
Right.
So going back to kind of what Kev said
Anaheim,
about with
same thing.
Anaheim,
Yeah.
same thing. That
They are
we
fun
could
to
be-
watch.
They are. I can only imagine from a coach perspective, though, how frustrating it must be.
Can you
how
imagine?
stressful.
Like Joel Quenneville, for all those years, he's had those great defensive hockey teams, but they're fun to watch, but he must be pulling his hair out with all the goals that they get or the offense they give up. But they're still winning.
Well, you want to, yeah, and while you want to see the Jets win today, I have to admit that San Jose, being a young team, has become one of my favorite teams. Just in terms of some of the personality that you see. So often, hockey players, we criticize them for not showing enough personality. We know that it's there, we just don't see it. But when you think of the Macklin Celibrini, Will Smith, Tyler Toffoli, who of course had a cup of coffee here in Winnipeg, the way that those three are together provides me with a great deal of amusement, because I just think that whether it be on San Jose's social media or what, you see the three of them continue to have that big brother taking care of the
Yeah.
little brothers.
Well, it's the right idea. You need a veteran to take care of these guys. And they're obviously very mature already, as shown by their play on the ice, but it's all the extra stuff. So I think it's, Tyler Toffoli's quick stop here, but the right veteran guy who's won a cup, he knows a little bit about the league. That's the right guy to do it. And I love, we've already seen those sleepover photos. Drew has a little bit of an emergency. He won't be able to join us today, but the next time they play the Sharks, we'll make sure he makes it up to us.
Okay,
Yeah.
absolutely. So this will be the second of 3 meetings. They play again the final game of the
Mhm.
regular season. But if you remember, if you go back, the first time that they played, it was a 2-1 San Jose
Mhm.
win. Macklin Celibrini scored that game. So did Will Smith.
Yeah.
And actually, this is one when I was going through the game notes and it pointed out that you missed having Josh Morrissey for many reasons, but in a game like this, he seems to be one that often finds his way onto the score sheet and produces goals in games against San Jose.
Yeah, you miss Josh Morrissey in many other ways, but this is that team that he always seems to have success against. And if you ever go to a guy, hey, what is it about your success against blank team? They never have that answer, but it just ends up that way. And certainly missing Josh Morrissey, and hope he gets back sooner rather than later. But I will say this: what another great game from Logan Stanley on the top defense pairing and the number one power play. So they got that big power play goal in the game against the Ducks. So he's starting to look more and more comfortable on power play one.
Well, I think that we'll be talking a lot about Logan Stanley throughout this upcoming week, and not just us, but you look at outside Indies, that TSN Sportsnet will be as well, because trade deadline is happening on Friday, which in some ways is unbelievable that we're at that point already in the season. But this Friday in the afternoon is the trade deadline. Do you anticipate it being busy? This is all that's going to flood people's timelines. If your algorithms are set up for sports, you are going to be flooded with NHL trade deadline talk over this next week.
You know what the weirdest part of this whole thing is, though, is no trades are happening. Like, there's been the odd occasional one, but by now, usually James Duthie is moaning on Twitter about the fact that there's going to be nothing left by the time they do Trade Center.
And do you think that that's because there's still a number of teams in the mix?
I think a wise person told me, if you don't know, these teams don't understand where they are in the whole scheme of things, there's less contending teams than we think. Right. And I think, the other, like, there's lots of teams that obviously know what their fate is at this point, but it's whether or not you're going to completely unload and rebuild, or just make some tinkering and get some veterans out, guys with UFA contracts. I think it will be busy, but it's wild to me that this hasn't exploded already. Usually the big moves have been made, so everybody's not waiting to the deadline, which makes, if this is how it's going to shake out, that's a great thing, because we'll be highly entertained on Friday.
But potentially, I think obviously the Olympic break and the free played a big role in it as well. Would love to know from all of you in the chat right now. I love the never been so stressed about a trade deadline in a hot minute.
Yeah.
I'd like to know, do you guys anticipate, and it doesn't have to be necessarily with just regarding the Winnipeg Jets, are you watching right now expecting it to be a busy trade deadline? Do you think that there will be a lot of action across the NHL?
Yeah, I think that's fair. There's going to be, because there's enough teams in there that are clear Stanley Cup favorites. Like, to me, there's a team like Florida that if they get in, they're going to cause problems. So are they going to make more moves? The Tampa Bay Lightning always, even though they're devoid of any first round pick forever, always seem to find a way to find another first round pick and make a big move to add to their roster too. So there are enough Stanley Cup contenders. I think Colorado's kind of in that place right now where they can't, because they don't have many things to get back. And then what about Nazem Kadri? Is Calgary that team? You're going to see a lot of veteran players. How many players from Vancouver are going to be moving? Former Jet Tyler Myers, where the heck is he going?
Yeah,
because he hasn't played the last little bit. So I think there'll be enough entertainment for us that maybe James Duthie and them don't have to make videos. And
they still will.
They still will. Yeah.
It's a long day. It's a long day. Do we have the standings?
Yeah, we sure do.
Okay.
Let's take
just
I like how you asked that very nicely.
Sorry, it wasn't accusatory.
Yeah,
I wasn't passing judgment on you. This is looking at the wild card from the Western Conference, and you look at where the Jets are right now. Seattle winning last night, so once again, Jets now 10 points back, and this goes back to your point about that conversation. Organizations, I think, know where they are. You see how challenging it is to be able to make up ground in this league, but it's certainly
San Jose's 5 in front of you. These are the games they were talking about that they have to win.
Yeah,
that's the ones they have enough of those. And what did I tell you the other day? 12 of their final 26 before the Vancouver game.
It was something.
12 teams. There's 12 playoff teams on the Jets schedule.
Yeah. So we still have in front of them, in terms of those that are in the wild card race right now, they still play Utah once, Anaheim once, Nashville once, San Jose after today one more time, 2 times against Chicago. So, I mean, there's still there's a movement that can take place. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Just 6 games on the schedule today. So a relatively quiet one in the NHL, but looking forward to this afternoon game. No better way to get it started than with the Jets and Sharks as they close out this road trip.
It sounded like Kevin was pretty certain that Mark Scheifele was going to play today.
Yeah, it certainly seemed like it. And that seemed to be the feeling yesterday. I mean, he didn't practice yesterday, but it was maintenance. So take care of it, And you know that if it would take a lot to keep Mark Scheifele out of the game, if he wasn't able to go, you have to go 11-7 because they don't have an extra forward on this trip now.
Right. And I think we're going to see a lot of maintenance days because of the schedule that's in front of us.
Are you going to take some? He's laying the groundwork. People, don't be fooled by this.
Can you imagine he's not doing the show to have maintenance?
Maintenance day.
What?
We haven't talked to JT in a while.
Like my kids say, you work 45 minutes a day, Dad. You know?
Everyone, I hope that you have a fantastic Sunday. We love seeing so many of you join us each and every Winnipeg Jets game day. Love to see you in the comments as well.
Hope awesome.
Hope that you continue. And we are going to see you on Tuesday. So Winnipeg Jets, 8 games.
8 games
in a row here at home at Canada Life
Our
Center.
camera was awesome today. I think our camera person, great work.
Yeah, it didn't move. We were a little concerned.
It moved once.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Well,
But we have the technology to push a button, put it back in its place.
It came back, and that's all that matters.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Have a great day, everyone. Thanks so much for checking in.